All right, everybody, we will start with in-person questions.
First thing, pop yourself sprinting up that sideline.
My tech?
Yeah.
Yeah. My staff was worried I was going to get tossed. I would only get my one. Try to protect my player.
You're all in on that one.
It's only my second of the year. Second in 13 games.
That's a bit better pace than last year.
Better pace than last year.
Finally over the hump.
Yeah.
You know, what do you say to the team? What's the feel?
Feel is it's been coming. I said the other night that we're turning into a good basketball team, and we just haven't had the wins to show for it yet. We've been playing better basketball now for a while. We're obviously shooting well, but I think the quality of the shots we're getting is really good, and it's been good. Yeah, no, it's nice. Nice just to get one. It's got to be the start of something for us. You know, it's a streak is now behind us that we don't have to talk about anymore. This has got to be the start of, kind of the start of our season, if you will. It's not really. I wish it was, but it's not. But I don't know. I was just proud of how the group has hung in. I think I said maybe, I don't know, what was that, 2 weeks ago? I'm losing track of time. Maybe 2 weeks ago that I was concerned more about our process and how we were acting and making sure we, stuck together, did the right things. And ever since then, I think we've been on the right track. Haven't always played well, but it's nice to see it pay off. Our attitude's been really good, and now we got that first one, and we should be hungry for more.
I was going to ask about the quality of those shots. 17 threes, obviously a season high. Did you feel you're doing something very specifically to create those looks?
Putting defenses in tough positions. I mean, I think we have 12 against Indiana and 12 last game. I might be off on one of those. We've been getting quality shots. I said a couple games that we lost that I thought we got good looks and missed them. We're starting to make them, and that is opening up some other things. When you have good spacing and the ball moves, we've been unselfish all year, and it's pro basketball. The ball's got to go in the hoop.
Slim back.
Yeah,
and he was on fire pretty much the whole way. I mean, could you kind of, how much of the impact did she have, which was very obvious, but could you feel a difference, a different vibe, a little bit more juice just from having her presence?
For sure. I mean, both ends of the floor. I was glad on the first play of the game she shot it, even though she missed it. She got a good look and she shot it, and I think she got it out of her system. And I mean, you see it in the open court. It's not something there's a lot of around the league. So able to throw it ahead to her a couple times, let her attack. There's just an aggressiveness to her game that it's a great trait to have on the team.
Coach, you talked about the streak. When you have a streak like that, especially the last two games, you all played well. It was right there and just couldn't come up with a win. But tonight, you do get that win. Is that one of those things where, all right, we can breathe now, and now let's play our ball, do what we're supposed to do?
I hope so. I hope we don't. Yes, for sure. Yes, and I hope we see the opportunity that's in front of us. We can take a breath, but it shouldn't be like a total release. We should light a little fire under us now to go get some more. Honestly, it's not. There's a great quote I saw a few days ago. It said, "Winners celebrate and losers explain." So I'm glad I don't have to explain. I'm glad we get to celebrate at least for one night.
And then defensively, you all were able to get stops, and you jumped into the big lead, and not just the offense, but it was like you said. Of course, you all had big shots, but still, they struggled to get clean shots. Can you speak on that?
I thought we were disciplined. They had some scorers who scored, but I thought we made them work for it. Ryan made shots. She made some tough shots because that's what she does. But Carly, I think, has done a good job on her. Ariel when she had her, Shatori when she had her. We had to go double Tina. She's been cooking, so we had to try to just send extra bodies at her. And sometimes the team makes you pay, and we're kind of just on the right side of that.
Is it a bit more sweeter that it was a blowout?
I would have taken a kicked ball, half court shot. It did not matter. It was nice to not stress down to the end. We've been in, close games almost every night. So it was nice to be able to get that first group out of the game for a minute. I don't know about sweeter. It was sweet enough.
Jen?
Hey, Eric. Is Slim good after she seemed to maybe tweak something early fourth?
Yeah, she just stepped a little funny. I think nobody seemed too concerned afterwards. They just held her at the end there. She had taken, got knocked out of the air on the play that I got my tech, and then I think got fouled again driving, and just took kind of a funny step, but she seems okay. She was trying to go back in, and nobody seems overly concerned. So we'll see when we get back to DC.
And
Probably get it looked at just to be sure.
what do you think contributed to her being, looking straight like herself? She missed 10 games. That's a lot of time, but she seemed to have that rhythm. She seemed to be really ready to shoot. What do you think, made that possible? Because that's not easy.
It's a credit to a lot of people when a player comes back and plays well like that. Medical staff, obviously, coaches that, kind of tack on extra time to their day to get a player, people like Dee and Emily Angsler and Jade, who have kind of given extra of their time to get some reps with Slim and Shakira, and do it without a complaint, and it's helped them. I think it's helped somebody like Emily Angsler to get some of that extra work, and that's good. It kind of that's when you need a team to rally around a player and help them get back on track. And then I honestly didn't know how it was going to go. I thought maybe there'd be a little rust and Slim's usually not short of intensity anyway, so I was worried it was going to be like letting the bull out of the cage or something. But she played with good poise, kept the game simple. That's a recipe for success for her.
And then, you talked earlier about how winners celebrate. You all looked pretty excited on the sideline. What was kind of the locker room scene?
Relief. It's it's a lot to hang over your head for a few weeks. We're one play away from winning on opening night and not having to talk about the over streak for the next month. But no, it's nice just to get it out of the way. Some celebration, but not a lot. Just time to get on to the next thing. Now we can play and keep getting better and not have to hear about that for a while.
Thank you.
Tyler?
Hey, Eric, was there ever any point in the game where you kind of felt like this was different and that you guys were going to be able to sustain the success that you had early on in the half and be able to kind of make it through and make all those adjustments and stick to them?
I don't know if there was any one point. We just kind of kept scoring. We kept making shots. We didn't turn the ball over. I was in it and I looked up and I was like, oh, we're up 18. So that was nice. And then I don't know. You're just in it, man. You're just trying to keep getting good possessions, not have careless turnovers, not foul and put them on the line. And you kind of got to stick with that all the way through.
And then Slim obviously had 18, Ariel 18 as well. But throughout the night, you guys just kind of had a balance up and down the roster. You had 10 players scoring tonight. What do you see from how you guys were able to get so many different players involved, and what does that bode well for the next couple games too?
You need everybody to bring what they do well to the table. Some nights people are going to score, but there's a lot of ways to contribute. I mentioned Emily Angsler, but comes in and gets 3 offensive boards. Thought Shatori was good. Julie comes back out of the starting lineup. That can sometimes be a tricky thing, and she played a great game. Leah Edwards doesn't have her best offensive night, but just acts like a pro. Rebounds the ball, defends, sets good screens, rolls. Everybody's here for a reason. They all bring something to the table, and we just need everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, guys.